Halo, கேக்குதா? சார்ஜர் வெயிட்டா இருக்கு. ஸ்டாரா அங்கே போயிட்டாங்களா ஜென்ஷன் பார்த்து புஸ்டம் பேசுறேன்.
Ah,
Hey.
Ms. Ganyu, you're back. I hope it wasn't too much trouble rushing about like that.
I promise to help you and I'll keep my word. Nothing to worry about. Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpenters. We've brought it back.
Oh, thank you so much.
இது எடுத்து கொண்டு
Now we
கொடுக்க
can solve this
மாட்டேன்.
problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have a nice chat with the owner?
ஆப்ஷன் என்ன சிக்கன் டைப்பா காய்கறி கடை those structure
Isn't it Huixin from the UI Pavilion? I remember you. I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well. I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself. But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come? That's impossible. Absolutely absurd.
He's talking without rhyme or reason. Must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow!
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't...
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave a single trace.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my back. He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate? I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Thank you, Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here.
அவனை கொடுத்துட்டான் இவனை
I must say, you're truly impressive, Ms. Ganyu. Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position, that's how Uncle Tien managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tien's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies.
அந்த
So I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father. I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had. Thank you.
Ganyu solved both Huishin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, you've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was nothing, really.
Then let me treat you to a meal. The Traveler and Paimon are invited as well. I appreciate your help.
Alright, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat.
இவன் சாப்பாடு தான உடனே ஓடியும்
Oh, come on. It's just a meal.
If it's just a meal, there's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huixin.
பைமன் பிஸி ஆயிட்டான்
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
ஒரு கொஸ்டின் இதான் ஹோட்டலா Can I get info? போவீங்க உள்ட்ட பேசலாம் ஏன்னா வாசல்ல இருந்து சாப்பாடு கேட்கலாம்
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation. And as for the two of you, your presence is also much appreciated.
Sure.
பைமன் உட்காரவே செய்யாத எப்படி சாப்பிடும்
Huixin, you went to great lengths to organize this.
பைமன் never blank
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh? So Uncle Tien is a grandpa!
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuhai Pavilion, too. At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough. But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
Huixin, I never thought that I meant so much to you.
21 years.
Just like when you showed me your father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness? It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through, the stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huixin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor. Apart from my contract with Rex Lapis, they rely on me, accept me, and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Oh, of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
That's right.
That's
That's why I
very
can't
true.
disappoint you.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing's secretary. Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself. I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
யாருக்கு புதுசா லைவ்ல மறக்காம லைக் பண்ணுங்க ப்ரோ அப்படியே கமெண்ட் ஒன்று போடுங்க
We're leaving already? I'm still hungry.
போயிட்டாங்களா வயிற்று இன்னுமா ஹங்கிரியாட்டே இருக்குது யாரும் கேட்பா கேரட் பறந்துடும் That's there.
Marsha, are you okay? Did you fall asleep standing up? Look who's back.
You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you three are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all. We've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break...
We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world to save all life.
Forget all our envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous work, please.
All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. Mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do it right away.
Oh, finally. We're saved.
Yes. There's one more thing. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now. To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we?
வரைக்கும் வரைஞ்சிக்கலாம். வரைஞ்சியா? चलो வாங்க சாம்ராஜ்புரம். ருஷி
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes
It's
for all
nice.
sisters to be present.
Thank you, bro.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a
But no,
fulfill
he
the
was-
hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you
We
set
set
out
out
right
right
now, I'll
now.
wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
Surely we will go one day keep
Very
training.
important commemorative
Thank you,
event.
bro.
If I'm late, then...
பாட்டு பறக்க விடுறீங்களா? நான் பறக்கிறேன்.
I've gotta get going.
பாட்டு ஓடிட்டா பார்பரா பேசிட்டு.
Like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We better watch out. She seems like a dangerous
It's
villain.
villain.
Or a trickster at best.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following...
மூணாவது நபர் யாருப்பாங்க?
The honorary knight that saved us from
நான்
storm.
போடுவேன்ப்பா பாட்டு டாப்.
Well then, given your
100
status, I
100
won't
போடு.
press you on your reasons for eavesdropping.
நிறைய எனக்கு சேர்ந்து ஹார்ட் போட்டே இருக்கிறான்.
Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
You're looking
If
for
it's him
Arkido.
you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant. I couldn't care what you think.
என்ன
Come on
கொஸ்ட்
then.
இருக்கு?
I'd like
எனக்கு
to see
தெரியல
what
bro.
he's up to
இதோ
anyway.
இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன். அல்பிடோ தேடிட்டு இருக்கேன். அவரோட அல்பிடோ கொஸ்டா இருக்கு.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
இங்க போறோமா செத்து நீ படியில உடஞ்சி சாவ போறேன்
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Speed of light. Hey!
That's everything. On to the next.
Fire ganta.
No, my sword! I'm going in! With sword comes shadow.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you a verse.
Flicker. I will end.
Don't blink! Incoming!
This is it. This one's well done.
Hey!
An unfortunate fault. A process of elimination.
Cut to the chase!
வேற லெவல்ல பென் ஷாட் பண்ணி இது ஏற முடியாதா மேலே நிக்கிறான்
Don't blink!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power.
Tomorrow நீ லுக்கி நாட்றப்ப சொல்லுங்க ஐ வில் கான்சிடர் வாங்க ப்ரோ
Speed of light!
ஃபேஸ் வெல்கம்
Nowhere to hide. Teamwork is dreamwork. Incoming.
Let me read you a verse.
It's a miracle.
Video boy. There is not video.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
My contents for 20 நிறைய பண்ணலையே ப்ரோ கண்டென்ஸ் பண்ணாம எதுக்கு ப்ரோ எப்பனா நான் முடிக்க முன்னாடி அந்த வந்து 16 வராது 20 வராது பண்ண வேஸ்டா விட்டுருக்கோம் சிடி கூடயே போனா நம்ம இதாகும் மாட்டோம் இது நிறைய போகுது கஷ்டம் முடிக்கும் வாஸ்டாட்டு வீடியோ நினைக்கிறேன் வீடியோ வந்துருக்கான் வீடியோ
Is that a Jado? Why would he hang around a place
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
Painting பண்ணனா இங்க
Can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger?
டீச்சர்ல இருந்து அடிக்கிறது
Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly churls unfinished.
What's up with painting hilly churros? What makes them
அவன் பெயிண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு ஹில்ஸ் எல்லாம் கொண்டான்
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
ஏய் டீச்சர் ரன்னா குட்றமா வரைஞ்சு வச்சிருக்காங்க
Wow! Look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly churls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
ஓ டேட்டா
Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She
Oh.
said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here.
சுக்ரோஸ்குள்ள இதான்
Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You? Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously. Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa. You want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
செடி வளர வைக்க போயிட்டே இருக்கு
You can do that?
alchemy really is
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ.
யார் அந்த தேர்ட் வியூவர் மறக்காம லைக் பண்ணுங்க bro அப்படியே கமெண்ட்
The
பண்ணுங்க
intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety.
மூணு பேர் சொன்னா ரெண்டு
Change
பேர்
of
போயிட்டாங்க
surroundings.
அவ்வளவுதான்
We should be going. There's research to do.
என்ன கொஸ்டின் கேட்டு யாரோ வாராங்க நினைக்கிறேன் ரோசாரியா போ கட்டியா நம்மளுக்கு
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
வழியே தெரியாது அப்ப போறது நல்லா கொஸ்ட் வரும். ஃபாஸ்டா இருக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வர. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் முன்னாடி போய்ட்டா க்ளோஸ் ஆகும். ஒரு முயல் நிக்கி. புஷா முயல் செத்துச்சு. என்ன கிடைக்கல?
Paimon has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know. I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult.
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
It seemed like you understand.
If it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person, how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature. Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
Stupid question. Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not little child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you. Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. This mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
Slimes! Slimes are fine.
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Speed of light.
Here you are.
Let's light it up! Off we go! Everybody stand back! Nowhere to hide. Incoming!
Defract!
Cut to the chase! Don't blink!
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign.
It's like
Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it.
Hi.
Before we get started,
Hi, bro.
the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few
Things
safety
mandatory order.
concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Here, should do for catalyst purposes.
ஏதாவது பண்ணி பாருங்க, ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ணி பாருங்க. ஃபிராக்மெண்ட் அதுப்பாமா என்னடா டேமேஜ்
This one, usable with a bit of polish.
Don't blink! With sword comes shadow.
ஃபிராக்மெண்ட் கொடுத்து பாருங்க, ஆப்டிமைஸ் கொடுத்து பாருங்க. டெம்பைஸ்லாம் டெலிட் பண்ணி பாருங்க.
What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
ஓபன் பண்ணா ரன்னர்ல ஓபன் பண்ணல கரெக்ட்டா வித்தியாசமா இருக்கு.
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here.
யூடியூப்ல எப்படி கூட லேக் ஆகும், அதுல வந்து வீடியோ தானே ஓட போகுது.
My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them
Oh,
results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to
By watch,
expound on the
மறக்காம like பண்ணுங்க,
phylogenetic
அப்படியே comment
relationship
பண்ணுங்க.
between this traveler and the slimes. Consider, you don't have a vision, but you can
ஜென்ஷன்
manipulate
கோஸ்ட்லாம்
our
ஆல்பிடோ மட்டும் தான்
Slimes
ட்ரையல்
don't
பார்க்க
have
முடியாது.
visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements.
ஓ
Following this line of thought, I'm sure
Rocky
we'll be
boy
able to
அப்போ
establish a basis in
ரூம்
fact.
டெலியே ஓபன் ஆகா.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly
ரோம் அன்இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணிட்டு மறுபடியும் இது பண்ணி பாருங்க, இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணி பாருங்க.
forms.
எஸ்
In
பேக்
other words,
என்ன பண்ணுது?
beings consisting entirely of the
ஓ
elements.
அவனே
A cryoregis fine, or even a whopper
2018
better
PC.
analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds
இயர்ஸா
correct.
ஓபன் பண்ணலையா?
After all, we've got our primary data already.
கொஞ்சம் ரன் பண்ண விடுங்க. க்ளீன் பண்ணா பெட்டர். ஹார்ட்வேர்ஸ் காமன்ஸ்லாம் கலத்தி க்ளீன் பண்ணி பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு செக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா நல்லா.
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great. I'll leave you to it.
எவ்வளவு நாள் சும்மா வச்சிருக்கீங்களா? ரம்மையா தான்.
Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times. And breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
The potion. சரி ஒண்ணுமே ஆகல. இதை எடுத்தா வச்சுக்கலாமா? அதை ட்ரிங்க் பண்ண. போஷனை காண வேண்டும். நான் போன்ல தான் விளையாடுறேன். ஜென்ஷின் எம்எல்பி ஸ்டார் சார் அதுவும் விளையாட ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டீங்களா? எம்எல்பி விளையாடுறேங்களா? ராக்கி இல்லை ப்ரோ, ஐஜிஎன் கேம் கூட விளையாண்டுருக்கீங்களா? இந்த போர்ஷன் எதில் இருக்கும்? ஒன்னே ஒன்று இருக்கு தான் போர்ஷனா இருக்கும். GPM portion, experimental portion is நமக்குள்ளேயே ஒரு எலமெண்டல் ரியாக்ஷன் கண்டா.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face.
It's burning a bit.
You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Rocky bro,
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drink some?
It was my own concoction. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. But of course, you're my assistant. By all sense and reason, it would be wrong of me to place that risk onto you. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the...
ஐடி ப்ரோல அவர் ஐடி டைப் பண்றாரா? ஐடில டைப் பண்ணாங்கன்னா வராது ப்ரோ. ஐடி நீங்க சொல்லுங்க.
The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an eye of the storm. Have I explained it clearly enough? To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. You gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limit. Wasn't very precise.
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Table. Table. Crafting table தான் இருக்குதா? இவன் தான் இந்த உள்ள இதா கமிஸ்டா.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting?
It's paying something.
Not to worry. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side, do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world? I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment. No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this barrier? Use your willpower to try and break it.
Sorry, just...
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose.
What's with the disappointment? Isn't that, like, impossible?
Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, channeling your power into the ingredients themselves. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation. I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the recipe.
Just finished.
Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist stuff.
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. That does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves.
You know what you are getting.
Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food?
Sunshine.
Anyway. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
That was fast. Looking forward to tasting. I mean... An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy. As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours. Unless... could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago! But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you had, say, a superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh yeah! You could use elemental sight!
நாளைக்கு இருந்து கண்டினியூ பண்ணுவோம். நம்ம இப்போ போய் இது முடிப்போம். இதெல்லாம் போய் அடிக்கணுமா? இதெல்லாமா? எல்லாமே லாக் ஆகிருக்கு. அடிச்சு வச்சிருவோம். அவ்வளோ தேவைப்படுமா எக்ஸ்ட்ரா? 11 மணிக்கு லைவ் முடிக்கணும். முடிச்சுட்டு எடிட்டிங் அச்சீவ்மெண்ட் ஏறி பேரணும். வெளியே வரேங்க நடந்துட்டு
The campaign begins.
I'll bring my seasonings.
என்ன இருப்பான்னு தெரியல. ஸ்பைடர் இருக்கும் ஒரு வேலை.
Another test subject.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Out the fire, into the fire. Don't blink. Hey! Nowhere to hide. Nice and spicy.
Now you shall perish.
No retreat. Everybody stand back.
I got careless.
Hey, stop! Order!
Illusion shattered.
With sword comes shadow.
Wrong test subject.
Off we go. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Test subject. Freeze.
Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
The wrong test subject.
Don't blink. Hey!
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Under all.
Cut to the chase.
ரெண்டு பேரும் கொண்டாங்க. ஜாயினா நாளையா இருக்கும் உங்களோட
Don't blink. Roll. With sword comes shadow. Make yourself a move.
Adventure time!
Teamwork is
Here comes the catch. You're running cold. Allow me.
Nowhere to hide. Incoming.
Let's light it up. Going in.
Quietly now. Game's
Sword comes shadow.
Take it easy.
bro பறந்துட்டாரு.
Speed of light. Everybody stand. Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Hey. Let's light it up.
Have a little taste.
Get back. I'll finish this job.
Speed of... Incoming.
Busted.
Going in. Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Committed to memory. Don't blink. Speed of light. Teamwork is strength. Cut to the chase. Roll. Temple of wisdom. Incoming. Hey.
Quietly now. Game's up. Friend's over.
Everyone hold hands. Speed of light. I'm going in. With sword comes shadow.
Busted.
Don't blink.
Yeah, complete ஆகி
Take it easy. Things are about to get dicey.
Gotcha.
Picked the wrong test subject.
வரட்டா இப்போ நானே முடிக்க போறேன் ப்ரோ. 11 மணிக்கு முடியலன்னா சீக்கிரமே ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணேன். அன்னைக்கு வேற கிரேட்டிங் இருக்கு. நாளைக்குள்ள ஷார்ட்ஸ் ரெடி பண்ணி வைக்கிறேன். இது மட்டும் தான் கிடக்கும். கமிஷன் மட்டும் தான் இருக்கு. நீங்க கமிஷன் முடிக்கலன்னா வாங்க. சேன் கமிஷன் முடிச்சலாம். கரெக்டா கமிஷன் முடிக்கணுமா? பறவையெல்லாம் பறந்து யாருக்கும் இறச்சி விடுது. ஃபங்க்ஷன் முடிக்க போயிட்டாரு. ஒன்றும் சொல்ல மாட்டாரா? சாப்பிட மாட்டாரா?
Incoming.
Yeah. Sekarang parah tau orang. Buat segera untuk besar. Across whatever it is. Tempo. யாரு இருக்கோம்? மறந்து போடுறீங்க. கிச்சன் கேடா பவர் நம்ம கிட்டலாம். மறந்து போடுறது இன்னும் படி போடுறது.
Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
Illusion shattered.
Apa ini? Kita tahu nih seperti buat apa lah? Kami jauh semua. Ini. Ini dah kita berada. Oh, dah. இருக்குதா?
Shine down! Now you shall perish! Take them. I have no need.
ஓகே.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to...